Welcome to the Crypto Navigator. I'm your host, Alan. Tonight we got a good panel tonight. We got, for the first time ever, we got DragDubs in the house. Welcome, DragDubs.
Super
And we
excited to
got
be here.
DJ Jazzy Sean and Marvin Davis in the house. What's up, everybody?
What up?
So, guys, we got a pretty good show lined up for tonight. Got lots of things to talk about. Appreciate everybody showing up. Let me just quickly go through the chat real quick. Silver Days, always, brother. First one generally to show up. I appreciate you, brother. And DragDubs, usually number one or number two. Appreciate you actually joining tonight and stepping out. I put a challenge out in G's stream earlier tonight. See if anybody would show up. And nice to see someone actually stepping up to the pace. Rye Guy in the house. What's up, Rye Guy? Bobby T. Bobby, one day we'll get you on the panel here, brother. We'll get you sharing. Marvin Davis, always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. Marvin was hesitant for a while. Marvin stepped up lately and has been a good brother and just sharing his knowledge. He's been in the community for a long time and just appreciate him being here. And of course, always the legend himself, DJ Jazzy Sean. Sean, appreciate you being here. Sean, you had a couple things that you were talking about to me before we started the stream. Do you want to start with that? You want to share what you were talking about?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you good, Sean.
Okay, yeah. While you were talking earlier, first of all, there was an echo, but I think somebody else muted their mic and the echo went away. So I just wanted us to be aware of that. What I've been listening to, especially in the DAI member group and a couple other spots, is that there's a huge buzz that once Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD hits the scene, that it's going to do for liquidity the same thing that Tether has done for Bitcoin. And somebody has it on good authority by asking a question that was the number 10 employee at Ripple. When asked the question, that number 10 guy said, well, I'm glad they're doing it, and I wish they did it years ago. In reference to the correlation between RLUSD and Ripple, and XRP versus Tether in correlation to Bitcoin. And I think that's a huge thing to deal with. And I think if you are somebody that's interested in XRP, the token, or RLUSD, or you're interested in the space, I think that's something to pay attention to, which lets you know what your timeline is going to be if you decide to, if you decide to involve yourself in the XRP ecosystem. Somebody opened their mic and it started echoing.
Yeah, everybody just pause their mic if you're not talking. Yeah, Sean, I appreciate you bringing that up. Yeah, Brad even was talking about, really the focal point on stable coins, because, that's really where the liquidity is going to pull into. It's going to be a multi-chain world. People are going to move from one chain to the next. Yes. And I mean, they even talked about how the automated market maker works. You're going to move in and out of a stable coin and using gas. So ultimately, in my opinion, why I'm really bullish on XRP and XLM is because the interoperability of the system, the speed, and then the price. It's going to boil down to not always the cheapest price is going to win, but the best price and value and trusted relationships is going to win.
No, and that's what makes the most sense is that, sometimes I've often heard this phrase over the years. Sometimes an apple is just an apple. What is the most efficient way, cost-effective way? What's the, they say that water, when it rolls downhill, it finds the path of least resistance. So what's the path of least resistance in a multi-chain world to facilitate payments? And we all know that payments is the base layer of everything. So whether you are using Cash App or Venmo, whether you're doing cross-border payments from England to the Philippines, what's the most efficient and cost-effective way to do business? Because that facilitates everything else. You know, if I wanted to order something online from Amazon that's coming from China, and I have to submit a payment, and it's going to take 5 to 7 days for the payment to go through. Hope that the cost structure is sound, so I provide the right amount of money in order to get the product that I want, or whether it comes from the Philippines or Mexico or anywhere else. And that also happens if you're in big manufacturing. You know, if you're a Ford Motor Company, but half of your product, half of your parts are made in Mexico, you've got to deal with cross-border payments just to get alternators and radios and air conditioning switches and fuses. It doesn't matter. It could be wheel bearings. It could be brake rotors. All that is factored in the cost of manufacturing. And so this is on a huge scale. And I think that's why when people say, "Oh, if you own this token or that token, know what you hold." What you hold is the keys that help facilitate efficiency, whether you're manufacturing cars, homes. Hell, you could be buying random bushes from another country for your landscaping. It doesn't matter. Steel.
Right
Sorry,
on.
I went
Marvin,
on a
you
rant. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Marvin was gonna say something. You were talking earlier before we got on the stream, Marvin, and what did you were bringing something up to me? Oh, he accidentally dropped out. Okay. DragDubs. Appreciate you coming on for the
Hey,
first
man.
time, bro.
Go ahead, Drag.
Hear a little bit about yourself with the community. You've been in the community for a while, seen you on multiple streams. Tell us a little bit about yourself if you don't mind.
For sure. First of all, what Marvin was saying. Oh, he's back on. Nice, dude. Dude, you're so accurate and on point with RLUSD. It's the same thing with Cardano, where everyone sees it not moving, but there's no stable coin to be using and throwing around the network. So once they do put RLUSD on XRPL and they do put USDC on Cardano or whatever they choose, actual money will flow into it. So I think that's super on point.
So the first the first stablecoin approved by the MICAs was USDC. So now that European Union has their first official approved stablecoin, we know that at this point it's going to move on Stellar. So if XRP can actually get their stablecoin moving, real liquidity, like big money, like we're talking $110 trillion a day actually moves in volume and money
Hey,
throughout the world.
Alan, quick question to DDubs. Do you have the YouTube stream playing in the background on top of StreamYard?
Somebody does. Maybe somebody has a YouTube. Yeah, maybe
Because
maybe
it's
Dubs,
causing
you
I
gotta
don't think the chat can
exit
hear
out
as
of
well.
your he'll figure it out. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, Sean. Good catch, bro. He has like a back feed of just if you're not talking, just pause your mic. Yeah, there you go. Oh, let's get the little shout out to the chat. A bunch of y'all showed up while we were chatting away here. Gerald, what's up, buddy?
Guy.
Good to see you.
Oh,
Ride guy in the house. I gave a shout out to Bobby T. I see. I know you don't want to come in, Bobby. That's all good, brother. Appreciate the thought. XRP Nelson, what's up? Fly Kiwi in the house. What's up, brother? Ada, good to see you. Let's see who else. Big Bro, good to see you, girl. Jay Henry, what's up, bro? Tony
Jay
Bags.
Henry, what's up, Pedro?
Alan, it might be you, dude.
No, it's not me.
Because I still hear it.
It's Marvin.
Okay.
He don't have headphones on, that's why.
All right, let me go get my headphones.
Just pause your mic. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Wow, that's crazy. What up, Jay Henry?
Yeah. So guys, there's a lot of things going on. Brad meeting in DC today was definitely not a coincidence. I think some really big things are going on. I really believe we have regulations in place, guys. On my honest opinion, not financial advice. I mean, we already have definitions given. We have what is a crypto commodity and what is a crypto security actually stated by congressmen. And, those aren't loose words that they're going to just utilize, if we got the FTC actually coming and going in front of the floor of Congress and actually talking about it as well, these things have been in place. So it's just a solidification of these, you know, actually being put into the United States code. I'm really not surprised that, you know, Joe Biden's wonderful cronies put the kibosh on the, you know, Fit 21 bill today. It was pretty obvious that was going to happen. We're just simply not ready for whatever reason. I mean, hopefully maybe by August. That's kind of like the sentiment right now. But literally, they could just be setting us up for a complete fall in the market. And we could literally be go down for the next 2 months. I think buy and sell and go to the beach was a definite thing. If you guys listen to, what the heck's his name? Coins Kid. Yeah, that's his little slogan. I think we should have sold and went to the beach for this summer and waited until the fall. But I think the fall is kind of where we're lining up right now. And I wanted,
yeah, dude, for real. I think that Bitcoin ETF was like news event of the year. We all should have sold and just been quiet for the summer.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was really thinking about it, honestly, but you know, I mean, we all get pretty bullish in this community, especially as long as we've waited amidst this. This has been the longest bear market for XRP, I think, ever. I think it was like another 46 days longer at this point today. So we got to be getting somewhat closer. What's up, Angus? I see you, bro. You know, the RSI is at the bottom of the floor. I've never seen the RSI this low. So something's going to break. Whether it's a month or 2 months from now, that's a question. I see a lot of chart analysis saying the same thing. But at the same time, I see a lot of things go the opposite direction of what everybody else is thinking. And, you know, we are in pretty decent fear right now. The fear and greed index is pretty low. So maybe we get this nice little turnaround. It certainly wouldn't be out of the question because the dollar is starting to slip. So, you know, learning a lot about the charting and how things work and why the market is down is the dollar strengthening. The dollar has been losing some steam. We got a little bit of FLMC meetings that are going to make some obvious changes in the next couple months. So if we do get a dovish comments from Fed, I think we will pump pretty hard. Probably to that, more than likely that $3 price target that everybody keeps talking about. I don't know though, because honestly, at this point, where's the liquidity? It's going to have to be pulled out of something. So I'm going on a rant too, but I'm going to end with this. That liquidity is going to come out in the NVIDIA stock and the stock market. So it's either going to go into cash and we're going to dump for months, or we're going to pump like crazy because that liquidity is going to come out. It's definite, you know, that stock market's not going to keep pumping forever. So when it does, big moves are going to be made. We're going to have a serious smash of the market, or we're going to have a complete pump like crazy. So get ready. I think something's definitely going to break in the next couple months for sure. I just feel it in my bones. What do you guys think? What are you feeling? Sean, Marvin.
Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Hello.
Where do you think we're going, Marvin? You've been here for longer than I have. What do you think?
No, I've been here about the same time or a little bit under you, but I think that they are trying to shake people out that don't have the patience to wait for the transfer. The slogan goes, the wealth transfers from the impatient to the patient. So it's just a waiting game, you know, stack and hold and wait, and also stack something that you can trade when it go up, you know, diversify, you know what I'm saying? So don't get stuck in one thing or stuck on one thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's what life in general. If you just stick to eating bell peppers all day, then you're gonna be deficient in some area in your life. If you just stick to drinking Kool-Aid, then you know you're not gonna get your electrolytes. So it's the same way. I look at this game or this space the same way. I'm diversified and I'm not emotional about it. So if you take the emotions out of it and become a real true investor, then You won't be worried about if it's going up or going down or when it's going up or going down. Like I said on the last stream I was on, if you look at your portfolio right now, most of you are up. So this is the thing. What if XRP does go to $3 and it stays there for 6 months? Then people gonna be crying about that. Oh, it's like $3. It ain't going. You get what I'm saying? So no matter what, a complainer is gonna complain. So, it's just I'm just waiting, man.
What's up, Sophie? I see you in the chat, girl. Patrick, good to see you. Nathaniel, good to see you as well. Angus, I don't know the answer to that, brother. I can't really comment one way or the other. I think it's all just a game, to be quite honest with you. I think they've already planned this out 20 years ago, and we're just kind of seeing the show, the last few acts of the show.
Yeah, we're blessed, man.
We've had so many things that have happened in the last 20 years. I mean, Basel agreements. There was Basel 1, Basel 2, Basel 3. These were like countries got together and talked about, what if we do have a currency reset? What if we do have, a collapse of a fiat system? They knew what they were going to do way ahead of time. And
they've been stacking their gold.
Countries just don't go ahead and change a fiat currency or move to another asset class overnight.
Not overnight.
It takes a lot of time. I mean, think about all the sanctions we've had on countries in the last 10 years. They were desperate for a situation, So
that's what I heard. I'm sorry to cut you off, Alan.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. They've been desperate for a solution. So the solution's been out there, we know, for a long time. So they've been using and testing these things for a long time. So it's just, you can't hold it back forever. Countries with power and might and will to have another way around the system are going to eventually find a way. And I think we're at that breakneck moment where we're witnessing countries breaking away. The dollar is not the dominant currency anymore. It's actually being not used to trade some of the most precious resources in the world right now. And people are just beginning to wake up to this idea of, the dollar not being a world currency anymore. It's going to be a reality.
I think they've worked in earnest to see what the next phase of the plan was since 1971 when the U.S. dollar got taken off the gold standard. I think at that time they knew we got to come up with something else. So from 71 to 88 was when the first DLT patent was filed.
Yeah. David,
I remember what I was going to say.
Go.
So, how many of you guys watch who I call him Mr. Annoying, Crypto Hulk?
Oh, Mr.
He's
Narcissist.
annoying. He's annoying, but he digs and he finds good info, right? So today I couldn't find anything else to watch, so I plugged into him, and what he found was he had been talking about it for a couple of years, and it was Russia avoiding the sanctions using Ripple and XRP. Well, if you go to his channel, his video from today, don't take my word for it, just go look at the first part of his video today, and he shows you where Russia is actually using XRP to move their money, their rubles or their gold or whatever they're moving, but they're actually using XRP, the ledger. So
yeah, he showed, actually, Marvin, you're right. I've been watching him for years. He's been around for a while. It's been as long as I've been in crypto. Occasionally I watch when I see a good, post something interesting. Yeah, and he's pretty much the one that exposed to me about Russia tokenizing gold all the way back in 2013. I mean, you have Russia, India, China, and I can't remember what other countries already tokenized gold. Brazil. Well, yeah.
South Africa.
So all the BRICS nations tokenized gold a long time
China.
ago, like 2013, So that's why I'm going back to the Basel. The Basel 3 was the finalization of going back to basically the gold standard and commodities, tokenization of everything. It's already been set for a very long time. That's why the BIS was created, I mean, the BIS is really in control of everything right now. They're the ones that are actually going to facilitate who gets the free pass and who doesn't at this point in time. And that's why Brad's always there. That's why Brad's always at all these meetings. You know, you don't see any other blockchain related company showing up to, you know, world leaders events and meetings. They want a face. They want a company to represent blockchain, period. You can't do that with Bitcoin. You can't do that with Ethereum. You can't do it with any other token other than really XRP, which is Ripple, and Stellar, which is, you know, XLM. They have
Hey,
a face
Alan.
to the name and a company. Yeah, go ahead,
Alan,
Tom.
can I ask you a question? You just said you can't do, you know, you need a company with a face and a phone number, basically. And you can do that with XRP and Ripple. You can't do it with Bitcoin because there's nobody there, there's no office. But at Ethereum, there is an office. But why do you think that the Ethereum people from the very beginning wanted to be clandestine and be secretive instead of being transparent so they could own it all? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I think honestly what it was is they held so much of the bag that they had to make it seem better than it was, and or more enticing to own it than it was. And the whole time they knew that they had to make it better. It was just a beta. And that, you know, they even said it was a beta. I mean, they literally said multiple times that it's a beta test, and we don't have a version 2 out. It's not even going to work. It's not even going to be able to scale until we get to version 2. It took them forever to come out with it because they didn't even have a very good beta. So, you know, to make something actually work is a whole different subject, you know, and to actually have trusted relationships and partnerships with something that actually works is a whole nother challenge in itself, you know.
So that means that the XRP ledger, which was created literally before Ethereum 1.0 was created, somebody didn't have enough intel to make it work, and now they were trying to play catch up, and so they were
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
what they did.
secretive, being catch up. Okay, no, I just wanted to
Yeah. Check it out. What they did
talk it
was
out of my head.
Russia sent Vitalik as a spy to Ripple to go learn what Ripple was doing, so J.P. Morgan Chase could try to create what they couldn't get Ripple to give them. They couldn't bully Ripple into giving them the technology. So they sent somebody in there to try to steal the technology, and they failed.
Yeah. So none of this is financial advice. Everybody listen to the channel for the first time coming in, listen to the stream later.
And that was a joke.
We are a group of like-minded individuals in utility-based crypto assets, and we don't give financial advice. We share our journey on our cryptos that we own and hold, and where we think and speculate where we think it's going to go. And shout out to Gerald and SoFlo Digital coming in.
What's up, Gerald?
Look forward to seeing where this is going to go and how far and how fast it's going to actually innovate. I think we're at this, you know, major point right now where everything is lined up. I mean, really, what else is like holding it back? You know, guys, it's like we got regulations like right here. It's there. It's sitting on the House floor right now. We got XRP getting ready to finalize its settlement. It's actually going to establish what is and what is not a crypto commodity, because that's, I think going forward, that's what it's going to be labeled as, not a crypto security. What is going to be a crypto security is the question going forward, because we know that 99% of the cryptos are going to go away. So when they actually do put something in the law, what's going away? What is actually going to be labeled that crypto security? This is the question. So
see, I think that's
going to be the great shakeout.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think that's going to be our great shakeout, guys. Because I mean, once we hammer in what is and what is not a crypto security and a crypto commodity, all those that don't have that are done. It's over. There's no going back. So I think that will be the great collapse of everything and an instant utility flip on at that point in time. So, and
I
that's going to
think they,
come. That could come next year, literally.
yeah, I think they know what's gonna win and what they don't want, but I think they also have woken up and see all the potential in this space, and I don't think they're ready to label too much of security until they know what they can and can't get out of it. So if they can benefit from it, they're not gonna make it to where they can't benefit by not letting you benefit. It's not a lot of us in crypto, so they're not hurting a whole lot of people, but they understand that it's a lot of us that are smart enough to be in this space and doing our research. They see us. They see the community, and they know we doing our research, and they know we are together. The power in the crypto space is everybody that's together. The togetherness, that's the power. The power is in the numbers.
Yeah, right on. That's true. I think that's why we're all kind of drawn to this place, for a reason. It's the more knowledge we could share with one another and be in a space like this and share your gifts and teach others what they don't know and or lift somebody up in a time of need. And this is the time of learning us in bear markets, where we're not, I think we're in a bear market still, but I think most of us have been here for years, like myself and you and John, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot of patience. We learned a lot of finding the right information instead of just jumping on something. You do your research, you actually investigate what you're buying and selling and when to strategically get out and actually have common sense and think about, what's best for the future. So when you have a lot of time on your hands, you can really plan things out. So last few years for me is trying to think forward and where I think God wants me to go and where I can invest the money in the future, and not to cash out too much money and not to be greedy at the same time, and take profits when profits are on the table. That was one of the biggest lessons I learned from the last bull market, was not taking profits and being scared to take, not going to make that mistake this one.
This the thing about a bear market for me, right? This may not be everybody else's story, but everything that I've learned that built me as a person and as a man is when I was at the bottom, at my lowest point. And everything that I got through made me stronger. So it's the same thing with this bear market. I'm laughing and having fun. I keep saying it. The only reason that I have to be mad about anything is I don't have any dollar cost average money on the side where I can keep buying this dip. I'm not mad about it. I mean, hey man, it take time. It take time. The faster you get it, the faster you're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So take this time to learn.
Either. Sorry, keep going.
Keep going. Take this time to learn. Take this time to build your bag. Take this time to inform others around you that don't understand what you're doing, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When this thing finally does what we know it's gonna do, it's gonna be a lot of shocked people, and they're gonna be shocked because you was right. But you're not right because you was guessing. You're right because you did the research. The research don't lie. So
totally, dude.
Have fun. Make this fun.
When you say it took you a long way to get to where you are and make you stronger, dude. My first intro into crypto, I have no shame in saying I was totally a BitBoy fan. And the fact that I used to be a BitBoy fan to where I'm watching GDLT videos, wondering who the hell is Tammy Camp and what is she doing at SHX. So proud of that.
Man.
Yeah. I hear you.
Don't mention my stronghold too much on here, man. I don't need nobody to know too much about that one.
Yeah. Keep it on the secret. It stands for secret hold.
There was
AD-Dub. I live literally 10 minutes away from BitBoy Crypto's studios, even though he's not there anymore.
You live in Georgia?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm literally 10 minutes away. Let's put it like this. The place where BitBoy used to do his thing, the Hit Factory's still there. They still do their stuff. But that used to be a motorcycle shop. And I used to buy my accessories for my motorcycle at that location. That's how close I am.
Damn, dude. You probably could have
It's
heard him
crazy.
from your place.
No, dude. Remember when BitBoy used to do the videos where he's driving in his car?
Yes,
He
Yeah.
used to
The
drive
church.
right
the good
past the
ones.
entrance of my. Yes, he used to drive right past the entrance of my neighborhood.
Damn.
He used to drive to church every Sunday. That's what it was. It was in his car.
Yeah, his church is right down the street from my house.
Church and baseball games.
Yeah,
Yes, and
that's
I
it.
know where the
Taking his
Yeah.
baseball
sons to
field
baseball
is.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Shilling
go
the
ahead.
shilling the shit out of everything he could. Like
Yeah.
God, wow.
Right.
I tell you who good crypto YouTuber that I miss was XRP Chiz, man. Miss
Oh
XRP.
yeah. Don't wait till it happens.
Don't wait till it happens. Don't
So hey,
wait
if
till
y'all
it
don't know who that is, go look it up and see if you can find some of his videos. It's a couple guys that I could name that you guys could go watch, man. And I promise you, you'll be still. You know, you'll be still after you watch these guys, man. Some of these guys, man. I didn't know what I didn't know what I had in XRP 2.5 years ago. I didn't, and the XRP I had, it was on the chopping block. I wanted it to go up back to all time high or a little bit above, and I was gonna sell, right? And a couple guys, you know, they kind of they was like, hey man, that's the wrong move. And they explained to me why. They did a couple whiteboards, and I started doing more research. And I figured out, I was like, okay, when they say know what you hold, they mean go learn what it is and what it does and what it can do for you in the future. This ain't for us, right? This is not for the present. It's for the future. So I can't you can't nail it in nobody's head. They got to understand that, and people got to get rich right now. If you get rich right now, you're gonna be broke tomorrow. I promise you. I promise you. Because the other thing that a lot of folks aren't talking about in this space is what after XRP moon? What you gonna do after? Are you setting that up? So, you know, it's not about making the money. The ones that have the money right now know it's about protecting it. It's about making the money, make more money for you.
Keeping the money. Keeping the
Your money
money.
should be working while you sleeping. While you doing whatever else you want to be doing, your money should be working. Not you. You shouldn't be working. The money should. That's the goal. That's my goal.
Are you
Um,
talking staking stuff like that?
Well, staking, earning a yield when XRP goes to 589, lending it, borrowing against it. You know, all the avenues that's going to open up if you
Yeah,
don't sell it.
there's many ways. I personally have nothing staked right now, only because I think we're so close to taking profit that I don't want to have anything locked up personally. But I do plan on staking, and I do plan on getting a yield from my assets, and I'm kind of leery about doing it, but at the same time, I think it's advantageous. But there's other ways. You know, you can have like gold
Well,
and actually make a yield on that. So
well,
many
check
things
this
you can
out,
do.
Hey,
Alan.
so
Check this out, Alan. Not financial advice to you or anybody else, but if you got that flair, man, delegate it, man.
Yes.
Delegate it,
Bifrost.
man. Buy Frost. Delegate it, man. I'm telling you.
hey, listen,
So
guys. I heard there was one thing that I heard on Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary said, "I treat every dollar I have as a soldier, and that soldier goes out into the world to capture more soldiers. And each soldier they capture is an additional dollar that comes back to me." So
Iconic.
when Marvin says, your money should work for you while you're sleeping, that is the ultimate goal when we're
yes,
talking
sir.
about finances. If
Yes, sir.
that means maybe you buy an apartment building that's got 200 doors on it, and that provides you income, or maybe you buy a company that yields you profit, or maybe you start a company that yields you profit. What happens when that entity can make money while you're sitting on the couch drinking a beer, or you're sitting on the
Fishing,
couch asleep,
making love to
or
your
laying in your
spouse,
yeah, exactly. Can
Or
you
women.
make
whatever.
money? Yeah, can you make money while you're being with your spouse in an intimate fashion? Can you make
I've been
money?
thinking about doing Casper. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just
No,
brag
go
guy.
ahead. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, Sean. You go. I'll go after you.
No, I was just building on what Marvin was saying. You know, can I make money while I am taking the trash out to the curb.
That
How
part.
can you do that? That's
Mm-hmm.
That
important.
part.
And I think that is actual financial advice. How can you find a way to do that while you're doing something else?
Have y'all noticed something? This is what I used to notice all the time. You go to a club or a bar or something like that, and they charge you $50 to get in. They charge you $10 a drink. Everybody that was at the XRP bags party in Vegas, you know how much they was charging for a beer? It was $8, then it was $12, and it was whatever it was, $5 for a bottle of water. Now
Mm-hmm.
imagine Michael Jordan walked in there, right? They're not going to charge him nothing because they know Michael Jordan. If
Yep.
people hear that he was at that club, everybody else gonna want to come to that club just because he was there.
Yep.
So I used to wonder why in the world do rich people not have to spend their money? And what do they do with their money? Well, they make their money work for them.
Mm-hmm.
They borrow against their wealth and they buy appreciating assets that make them money to afford them the lifestyle that they want to live. That's the blueprint.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I've stated several times, and I'll state it again. My goal, everybody should have a goal. You should have a goal. You should already know what you want to cash out in this bull market. You should have a plan, and you should stick to it. And if it doesn't go according to your plan, oh well. Don't be so bent out of shape about it. Don't get your emotions wrapped up in it. But for me, I'm cashing out like 100K, and I say this number for a reason because I want to put a number out there for people to get their head wrapped around it.
I was just going to say a dollar amount.
Yeah, most people can live on $50,000 a year comfortably. For a small family, 2 or 3 people. I mean, there should be no reason that you can't live for that. Are you going to be living like luxuriously? Absolutely not. Are all your bills going to be paid and you can retire, relax, and go do something else with your time and make additional money on top of that? Maybe not even spend that money. Maybe find another career or something that you enjoy to do. Maybe you're trapped in a job or a career that you just absolutely hate, and that just gives you the escape to do something else that maybe you were meant to do or whatever, or maybe not. But these are the things that you got to think of now before we do start taking profit. You do get yourself prepared. So I say it like that because 2 years from now, I'm gonna be done after this. 2 years from now, I think we're gonna be at more life-changing wealth, and I certainly wouldn't want to cash out too early. So I've set myself a goal to have a certain amount of money to live my lifestyle for the next 2 years without any stress, and I could simply just walk away from my 9 to 5 because that's what getting your time back. It's not really about the money, guys and girls. It's about getting your time back, spend with your family, and do things that you just can't do being trapped in a 9 to 5. So for me, that's my exit strategy for this bull market. But go ahead.
What is and you got to ask yourself, what is luxury? Excuse me. What is luxury to me? Is luxury what Floyd Mayweather has, or one of these rappers, or I mean, you got to understand yourself and understand what makes you happy. You got to figure yourself out first before this comes, because this wealth can make your life more miserable. If you're already miserable, you got to work on you first.
No, hey,
so
Marvin,
a lot of folks,
luxury could just mean just peace of mind, or maybe
that's it.
Peace in your own house.
That's it. Now I got the finances. I have the financial freedom to do whatever I want to, when I want to, how I want to, and with whoever I want to. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's not about Lamborghinis and pet tigers, and it is for some people, but those people are show-offs. I don't want the attention.
Nope, me neither.
So I don't want all that. And I'm 47 years old, so a lot of that stuff I'm already past.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's about owning something now.
Same here.
Something that I've been really thinking about lately that going back to crypto is, we're going to start seeing some major adoption in businesses where people can actually use this technology to make payments for stuff. Like, we haven't really gotten past that threshold yet where you're actually seeing you and I and your friends and everybody else actually going into a Walmart or a 7-Eleven or somewhere else. And actually, what's up, Angus? Coming on coming on the panel. Welcome in. You don't see
Hey,
those
Alan.
transactions yet, but I think you're going to see it really soon. And some of us here, I'm mentioning it for a reason, are going to be that innovator to some of these businesses and technologies. And
Hey,
we
Alan.
have the knowledge. Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was going to tell you. I just want to piggyback on what you just said, and this is going to be, you're going to enjoy this. So just this past week, I had the opportunity to pay the ad valorem tax on the vehicles in the house. So every year you got to pay, a tag fee and an ad valorem tax, blah blah blah. So I go to the county website to pay the taxes on the cars, and guess what your options are to pay for it? And this freaked me out because I didn't think this was a thing. You had the opportunity to pay in PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
government stuff.
Can we
Keep
guess?
going.
No, go ahead, guess.
Okay.
Bitcoin.
PayPal USD.
It was PayPal USD,
Uh-huh.
Apple Pay, Venmo,
Mm-hmm.
and you could pay check by phone or whatever however. But the fact that Venmo, no, Zelle was on there too. So it was
Yeah.
Venmo, Zelle, Apple Pay,
Bitcoin.
and no, not crypto, but it was the first iteration of, because before it was like, so please submit your credit card or debit card information and pay your bill. That was last year. This year, you've got 5 other options other than the pay by debit card, which means by next year, guess what it's going to be? When you're at a payment plan of T+1 for the payment flows, which means time plus a day, now it's going to be, now I don't know how Venmo's in there already, but and I don't know how Apple Pay's there already, other than the fact that they might be working with Ripple. Venmo and Apple might be working with Ripple already.
Might be. Might
What's
be.
up, Alex Yeet? Alex Yeet in the house. Shout out.
What
to
up,
you.
Yeet?
I think that's a major step forward, based
I
on
agree.
Alan, what you're saying about Basel and the ISO 222 standard. And I told you that the credit union I belong to, they have already spent this at the end of last year and this year implementing the ISO 222 processes. So, dude, I think we're literally about 8 months away from complete integration.
Look how they sneaking it in up under the radar, or up under the sheet that's sleek.
All
You see what I'm
right.
saying?
That's my point.
For who's brave that wants to come in, here's the link, guys. Who wants to be brave tonight and come in and join the panel? We got Angus showing up for the second time. I appreciate you coming out again, Angus. And we got DragDubs for the first time, guys. Most of you have been in the other communities, are all here, and my channel. I love it. I love the diversity that I'm bringing, that I'm not bringing, but you guys are bringing. I love being a platform on hump week, midweek for you guys to come on and share your knowledge. And a lot of you guys put great comments in the chat and just share so much knowledge. But if you want to come on, jump in. You don't have to show your face. You can just talk if you want.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Yeah. Hey, listen, hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump off now. I gotta do a couple of real life things. I appreciate you, Alan, Marvin. Thanks for coming on. DragDubs.
Sure.
I can't see who else is on here. I don't have my glasses on.
D-Alien.
Story of my life.
Chat. What's up, buddy?
Okay. What's up? But anyway, so I got to jump out, but I'm going to keep listening in on the YouTube train. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And Marvin, thanks for keep sending me the invites for the other stuff.
For sure. Peace out, OG.
All right, bro.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
So, Angus, how you been, buddy?
Fantastic. How is everybody?
What's going on, Angus?
Hey, we're upright. We saw the sun. Everything else is a bonus.
I'm on top of the ground. The ground ain't on top of me.
That's right. So I want to go back to one of the things you touched on, Navigator, about time. If anybody hasn't seen that movie In Time, it is by far worth it, right? kind of like what you're talking about, getting back the time. Right, it's now time is currency, right? How
Yep.
much can I afford, or just to do the things I want to do, or not that I have to do, right? I think that's so important to keep things into perspective, right? As we get into this bull cycle, right? Not to second guess yourself, like you mentioned about setting that plan, execute to that plan, set your goals, execute to the plan, and don't second guess, man, if I just hold on a little bit longer, or if I would have just sold off, right? Or not sold off, right? Execute the plan and don't doubt yourself, right?
Hey, I had
Can't
to
take
jump
it
back
with
in real quick. Hold on, real quick, Marvin. Angus, I had to ask a question.
Yeah.
Are you the type of dude that has a 4-point-inch barrel chambered in 38, or do you have a long gun chambered in 45/70 lever action?
Gov. Henry lever
He
action.
already knows. He already knows. He already knows. He laughed. He already knows.
Henry lever action. 4570 Gov.
Maybe a 50 something.
There
Oh,
you
the
go.
big boy.
That's my guy.
That's what I'm
That's my
talking
guy.
about.
50
See?
Beowulf. I'm a gun guy, y'all. A bullet guy too, man. So yeah.
No, me too. Me too. But the way Angus introduced himself, well, not introduced himself, but the way he spoke, I was like, "Ooh, this guy knows something that I know." I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail the conversation from crypto, but I was just saying.
No, that's not
No.
no, Sean. No, OG, that's part of it, man. That's another commodity that people that should be stacking. So
True.
we got to look at it like this: brass cases and steel. You know, that's important too. You know what I'm saying? So they already making it hard for you to get that type of stuff, and they've already made gold so expensive that most
Yeah.
of us can't afford it to buy. But so gold is like Bitcoin; you can only buy a piece of it. I'm gonna tell y'all something that clicked with me, right? So when I first got into crypto, I saw Bitcoin and I realized that I could buy portions of it, right? So I dropped 350 or something like that on Bitcoin, right? But I had a couple of meme coins and it went up to like $400. I took my $50 and put it in something else out of Bitcoin. It was at 33,000 before it shot to 60 something thousand or 70,000 in 2021. I took it out 2 days before it started going, went to 45, 44, 45. So I was like, man, that was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I should have left that there. You know what I'm saying? So, but every step in this, I look at this game, this crypto market, just like life. Every day is a new learning lesson. Wake up and learn something, and make crypto a part of your life. Stop making crypto. A lot of folks that I listen to, crypto is like going and buying a lottery ticket. They hoping it hit.
No, you can't look at it.
This ain't no hope, man. I mean, you got to stand. You putting your hard-earned money into this.
No, and Marvin, I got to tell you one thing. One of the things I learned is that when you go through these live streams and you look at people's tagline or their name, their internet name, it says something. And there's certain things that there's certain names that interest me based on how I think about certain things, whatever. So when you see somebody like an Angus Scrim, it says something to me that's different from somebody's just normal, regular name.
I think a beef. They got a call like it's called a Black Angus. So,
yeah, no.
Shout out. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Vic, Yosef El Bebe, and Alchemist in the house. What's up, Alchemist? Good to see you.
What's up, Alchemist?
Wait,
what's up, Vic?
Here too? What's up, Alchemist?
All your
baby
garbage and buy BTC.
No, that's
Shout
awesome.
out to you, Alchemist. Good
they got to be Alchemist.
Interrupt you there.
No,
Sean.
but I appreciate Angus for being here because his tagline is endearing to me for other reasons, and it made me think about something different. And then when I asked the question, the way he answered it, it's like when Alan says that we are like-minded people that come here to share information. Sometimes you could watch people's names that are in the chat and say, "Oh, that guy might be like-minded like me."
Energy.
And it's that simple. Yeah, exactly.
Energy.
Yeah.
Energy and frequency.
Now you could, I can meet a person. I can meet a person.
The frequency.
Yeah, I can meet a person and in 5 minutes tell you if I like that person or not.
Yeah.
I agree.
5 minutes.
And me, Marvin, me and you had that interaction before you even spoke.
Yeah.
And then
So
when me and Marvin actually spoke, we talked for like an hour.
Yep.
Right away.
Yep.
nice.
Just clicked. Like, dang, okay, that's what's up, you know. But and that's the most important thing. See, everybody waiting on the amount of money, but if you look at your life, man, if you woke up today, you're already wealthy,
Yes.
right? So the wealth comes from the people that you meet, the interactions that you share, whether they good or bad, the family that you have, seeing your kids and your loved ones. That's wealth to me,
No.
right?
And I'll give you another example of wealth. Let's say I
And
let's
my
say I
bad, I
won
keep
the
not talking about
lottery.
crypto. My bad, y'all.
No. Let's say
I don't
let's say
care. It don't
let's
matter.
say I
You know
won the
what?
lottery. Let's say I
We
won the
can't
lottery
talk
for like
about crypto
1,500
every
bucks.
single day, all day, even though we do it anyway.
Yeah.
And our families probably, we drive them crazy about talking about crypto. So sometimes we got to talk about other things, and I like talking about other things
And blend in and out.
real
But
things that are going on in
but
your life.
Marvin, I was going to tell you this. If I won the lottery tomorrow for 1,500 bucks, that means I could take a couple days off. The first place I'm going is to go hang out with Alan for the weekend. Not because we've had this grand plan, but the plan is to just hang out, go to a restaurant, maybe eat some oysters or some fish or whatever because he lives on the coast in Florida, or maybe get a steak, maybe drink a
We
beer,
going fishing.
whatever.
We going fishing. Me and Alan going fishing.
No, and I want to do that too. But I mean, that's the concept. If I win that lottery for 1,500 bucks, I'm not gonna go run to DC to be a part of some whatever post college thing or even a political thing. I want to go hang and enjoy my time. But I've had a bond with Alan over the last couple years that it's just me and him where that me and him are like-minded people, and we would probably enjoy each other's company, share a beer, share a meal, then I go back home. Period.
Speaking of sharing, thank you for that, Sean. The
Yeah, go
Alien,
ahead.
thank you for the coffees, my friend. I do appreciate it. I don't ask for anything from anybody, but I do really appreciate when those have the courtesy and kindness in their heart to share, because I mean, it does cost money to do StreamYard, so it just helps me pay for this and my YouTube premium. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Anybody that does want to share, there is a coffee link up there. Feel free to share if you want. If not, no big deal. I'll keep doing it anyway. But anyway, keep going, Sean. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on every week. That you do the show, and that helps me stay in the community. So I really appreciate that. And with that said, I literally have to go because I got to make a couple phone calls.
And thank you, Sean, for coming on and being here. And welcome in
Later,
Gerald
Marvin.
for the first time, man. What's up, Gerald?
Oh wait, shit, Gerald's here.
Hey,
Before I leave.
this is wild. I never got on one of these things here before. I watched a lot of them, but never like called in on one before. It's pretty crazy. Thank
Nice,
you for
nice.
having me. I have a
Yeah, my
question,
friend. Sure, go ahead, Gerald.
and it's concerning the escrow and the XRP and regulations. Okay,
Okay.
and
Burn it.
I've been holding XRP a long time, and I've always thought once they get regulations, once they regulate XRP, the XRP coming out of the escrow may not be the same XRP we're buying before regulations. They might get their hooks into this thing and then have. And this is my question: could they change the code and be able to track or be able to do things to XRP that would make the vintage XRP, the ones that's pre-regulations, if you will, different
Can I
than
take
the
that?
ones that are regulated?
No,
Can I take that
no,
question?
no,
Hold
no.
Take
on.
that question.
One at a time. One at a time.
Go ahead, go ahead, OG.
No. Okay, thanks, Marvin. What I was gonna say is this: the answer to the question, as Marvin said, is no. The vintage XRP is XRP. It's the exact same thing that you hold.
It's the same.
So, with that said, you don't have to worry about, and David Schwartz has actually addressed this by the question was kind of posed to him: what if institutions buy XRP, but the retailers didn't or already had it? Could the retailers get the? I'm sorry. Could the institutions get the XRP at a cheaper price or more expensive price? And the answer is no. The price is the price. Now, with that said, because of Annalisa Torres' decision July 13th of last year, 2023, the XRP is not a security. She also said that the institutions cannot buy XRP directly from Ripple. That's very, very important, which means that the institutions have to buy off the exchanges, which is the same place you buy from. So when the institutions need it and buy it, that drives up the price, which means that what you hold will appreciate in price, but you bought way before the institutions.
Check this out, OG. Let me say this real quick, OG. Check this out. So today, I think it was Digital Outlook, David, and maybe somebody else, but what he said was the fear that's in the XRP community. It might have been Mickle, Marcus, but anyway, in the last 2 months, I believe there's been 163 or 65 million XRP sold from retail, and guess who's scooping it up? The institutions. They can buy your XRP if you sell it. They can't buy it from Ripple, but they can buy it from you. So if you get froggy, take that leap and sell your XRP, they buying it. So check this out. Let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing, y'all. If you go back and you look at an interview that Brad Garlinghouse did, he said, if Chase JP Morgan is not in crypto, then why was 15 of Chase JP Morgan's employees at my Ripple office just this morning? Any of y'all see that?
Wait. Who's Brad Garlinghouse for the newbies?
Hey man, he only the CEO of the company. He only
that's
the face of the
Vice
brand.
President.
Yeah,
That's Trump's Vice President.
That's just the VP. And y'all know that Trump and I believe Garlinghouse supposedly has had a conversation when Trump was president.
I can explain that. I can explain that in great
Hold on a
detail.
minute. Let me go back to Gerald's original question because
And I don't want to lose the point of the question. The point of the question is, yes, I know that the prices are going to be the same for each XRP, and I know that institutions are going to have to buy XRP just like I buy XRP or from another entity. However, the XRP that's coming off the escrow after regulations could have a trailer or something in that code that would determine that this XRP is after regulations, and the XRP that I bought that's before regulations would not have that line of coding.
Correct. So
and they can do that in the escrow.
That is correct. Gerald, you're on to something. So that was actually pointed out and actually was talked about. What's up, Adam?
What's going on, guys?
That has to do with the KYC and AML that was pushed by Congress, which XRP and XLM both adopted into the chain and or ADA and a few others. So yes, that is true. So anything moving forward from that would have to have AML and KYC. The crypto that we have currently, yes, would not, because none of the there would be no changing to the code, so to speak. Now that escrow is locked up, as we know, and only comes out monthly. So that would be a slow rollout over time, and absolutely, why would they not be able to change that? I mean, it is.
So there was back in the day, I remember there was a big scare about them doing something to the code for tracking purposes, and so if they've got it locked up in escrow, as it comes out of escrow, it can be, this line of code could be added to the XRP. Now, I'm not saying it would or that they could, because I don't know a whole lot about the way they code it, but I'm just thinking that when the regs come out, they're going to have their pound of flesh on that XRP. They're going to be able to, that's the whole reason why they're wanting to regulate it, is so they can get their pound of flesh, their money. They want tax. They're going to tax you one way or another. So they're going to be able to track it or tax it or do something to it. That's the reason why they want it. And they don't want us to run wild with it without us being saddled up and bridled, under their control. That's the whole thing. And if they get regulations passed, and one of the stipulations of that regulation is to be able to have this line of coding in there, then the vintage XRP, the XRP that does not have that coding that we bought before regulations, would, I don't know, be not more valuable, but would be more desirable.
No, absolutely.
Vintage. You're vintage. Like, in the words of Nerdy, you're vintage.
Yeah, no, you're right on with that.
I'm old, I can tell you that.
Let's face it. What we have right now, as far as XRP is gold, because
Precious.
If they change it in any way, if this escrow is all balled up at one shot, which it more than likely will, they'll switch over the Nostro Vostro accounts and probably give that instant liquidity in an escrow amount. That's what I think. My opinion, not financial advice, or just as my speculation on where I think this is all going to go. But it has been set in stone for a long period of time. There is hundreds of trillions of dollars locked up in Nostro Vostro accounts. They can't do anything every single day of the week. So I think that has already been pre-allocated with this escrow. A fine amount, each entity that has these amounts of money locked up is simply going to switch it for a escrow amount coming out of the XRP ledger. In my opinion, this is what I think is going to happen instantaneously.
The Nostro Vostro accounts are about approximately 23 million as of a couple years ago, which means that would free up a lot of the debt that's held across the globe, and that would increase liquidity. And then remember, your bro Quincy said that you could put not only assets on the XRP ledger, but you could also put the debt on the XRP ledger, which would also increase liquidity.
And that's another thing too, because the debt that other countries hold, they hold debt in dollars. Now, say a country like Mexico, if they try to pay off their debt in pesos, it's going to take a lot more pesos to pay off their dollar debt. That's what keeps the dollar strong, is because they owe debt in dollars and they have to be paid back in dollars.
Right.
But don't,
and
there's
27 trillion dollars.
Don't XRP neutralize that?
Vostro accounts. There's 27 trillion, Sean.
But don't XRP neutralize that?
Yes, because what it does is when you have debt, you have a liquidity lock. When you can release that lock, that master lock, if you will, with the key, that adds more liquidity. And the liquidity is the key to the whole system, which is why XRP is like the greatest digital asset ever created between XRP and XLM, because it's unlocking liquidity, and the liquidity's been there. I'm sorry, the lack of liquidity has been there since 1945.
On purpose.
Yes, and more pronounced in 1971, even more pronounced in 2008. That the liquidity was locked on purpose just to benefit, a couple of people. And
that's how they make their money.
That's right, and because it's a debt-based system. Once you unlock the debt-based system and unlock the liquidity, then you have what is called a level playing field.
Yeah.
And
so
that's
good question.
Problem.
Good question for Adam. Adam, are you there? Any little traction on some family offices lately? Any new chatter or excitement or pullbacks on new family offices? I'm really curious.
The family offices are structuring their positions into the ISO compliant networks. So, they're just they're just
Wait a
buying.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
It could
minute.
be
Wait a
nothing.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Adam. Wait a minute,
Let
Adam.
him-
Hold
let
on.
him
Hold
go.
on.
Let him go.
Hold on. They just flew over everybody's head. Say that again.
Hold on. Wait.
No, Tim.
Let Adam go. And then the reason I mention that is because there's been an uptick of 10% of institutions buying. So please go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, family offices already have like their positions ready to go on their office, on their buy sheets and stuff like that. And that's why you see that guy Jay Claver. Jay Claver is already working with a whole bunch of family offices. You know what I mean? And the family office structure, you have to realize. When I said this, they do all the back end investing for the major banking institutions because banking institutions are regulated, family offices are not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they have their loophole of, like, I guess you could say. What?
So I've been telling y'all about Jake. Jake Claver.
Tell you about Jake?
No, I said I've been telling people about Jake Claver.
Oh yeah.
I've been
Jake
telling
Claver. I mean,
you have to lock in with him and see what he's doing.
Jake Claver is a prime example of that because he's working in with the family office network. And family offices, people don't understand how far the tentacles reach and who these people work with and who they're involved with. So a lot of times they're involved with sovereign wealth funds. They're involved with like royal families. They're involved with big financial buying groups, private banks, pension funds, things of that nature. The average consumer, retail investor is not privy to, what these family offices do and what they're invested in. But, what you guys are talking about with old XRP versus new XRP, there's no difference in valuation with the old XRP versus new XRP. And then also going into Nostro accounts and the whole functionality of Nostro and the value of Nostro, well, that was the whole reason why Julia Assange got in trouble. Because Julia Assange was basically whistleblowing on who the investors and the people were that actually held capital in these Blackwater banks that were Nostro accounts. So he raised the lid on the Bank of Panama, and the Bank of Panama had a whole bunch of nefarious individuals' money there, but a lot of white-collar people that are here in the United States, such as politicians, senators, presidents, ex-presidents, sports players, movie stars, and all these people are in bed with one another. So that's why they went after Julia Assange so bad. Because Julia Assange was part of this whole waking up the ecosystem of individuals and basically telling people, hey, look, the money laundering that you see that they've always put like a bad spin on, saying that there's bad actors out here doing all these things, are actually the same people that are running the systems.
Y'all ever seen Scarface?
Of course.
Nice.
When politicians talk about drug dealers and terrorists, they're talking about themselves.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they want to get you for tax evasion. They want to get you for money laundering. They want to get you for drug trafficking, but they're getting you for all the things that they're doing themselves.
Correct.
Because they don't want anyone to get ahead. I mean, if you look at monopolies and how that was all created by the Rockefeller family, it was done on purpose to lock out competition. So,
correct.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this multiple times on this channel and in the past, but the whole system's derived and put together to keep people from getting ahead. And once this new system is put in place, no one is getting ahead. Even the people that have their positions in XRP, whatever you have in XRP is where you're at. So that's why I tell people right now, like, do whatever you got to do. Claw, bite, get as much capital as possible under your belt so you can invest in these tokens and these positions. And, because after this, there is no getting ahead. You are where you stand. It's almost like that movie Time with Justin Timberlake.
In Time.
Was it End Time or I thought it was just called Time.
No, it's called In Time.
In Time.
Okay. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. Okay.
Yeah. With him and his mom, he was going out doing whatever he could do to buy time to give to his mama.
Yeah.
To keep his mama alive.
And so what happened recently with Justin Timberlake? The man's never been in the limelight for anything negative, but all of a sudden, the Illuminati had to make an example of him.
Oh, come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
so they get him for a DUI, but they also correlate that around the same time because he's also involved with educating people as to where we're going with that movie in time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because depending on how much XRP you have, how many carbon credits depends on how much your body can stay in homeostasis. You can't stay in homeostasis with your body because your body's a carbon element because you need the curve system, ATP, glucose, and all of those things to keep you alive. Well, everything is going to get to the point as time goes on, maybe not immediately, but 100 years from now, where we all have these chips in us. And depending on how much XRP you have will depend on how much time you have.
Well, I won't be here in 100 years, so.
You don't know that
either. And
Yeah, I
90
do.
years from now, I do. I for sure do. I definitely will not be here, but that's
I won't
okay.
be here.
I think we're going into more of a dystopian future, unfortunately, because the Bible really talks about it, and I totally believe what the Bible says. But at the same time, we're going to have like a boom period. We're going to have like a period of what they say is peace, but is not going to be peace. And I think we're approaching that time, but we're going to have a little bit of destruction first. So everything that's kind of correlating right now is kind of lining up for that fact. But, at the same time, innovation, like you're talking about with all these big institutions is just like, we weren't talking about this stuff 2 years ago. We're talking about hopes of it. We were talking about maybe getting some kind of regulations, maybe actually having some fundamental things in place, but literally we have all those things in line. We have geopolitical things that are pushing us to the narrative to where the world is literally going to flip the switch. They could actually shout out the Manly MD. I see you in the chat, brother. Good to see you, man. We're at that innovation point right now where, this flip of the switch moment could actually happen. And, blockchain could be the only alternative. Like if we do have a geopolitical situation.
I've always thought that this would be implemented out of necessity, and it was going to be hard times before you were going to get people to accept digital assets as currency out of necessity, because nothing else. They'll be starving to death and get a universal basic income card, and it'll be blockchain oriented, or it'll be digital assets, and they'll adopt it out of necessity. They'll starve us before they just give it to us.
Well, they're already getting universal. They're already getting UBI, man. It's called food stamps, and we've been getting that for the last 50, 60 years, man. So that ain't
right, but it's not on blockchain.
Ukraine was the first universal basic income, if you want to look at it at that point, on, I don't want to say what currency was on, but, that's how they were sending money to Ukraine. It was a perfect test net. Like,
yeah,
dollars.
Spell it. Oh, my bad, Alan. My bad.
I didn't hear that. But, here's the thing. We're at that point, where everything is a go. Literally there could just be a shutting off of the internet, but things would still work. Like today I just heard, SpaceX talking about actually every single phone. I knew it was possible. I knew it was already implemented, but I didn't realize that how many satellites they needed to actually have in space to. So T-Mobile's ready for every cell phone on the planet, doesn't matter what it is, to actually
with Elon Musk,
to be able to use Starlink.
Elon Musk
system. So that is a redundancy. So basically they do have nodes in space, so they could do blockchain transactions, whatever, so if the internet goes out and you have a cell phone, if it's powered on, it's still going to have a signal.
You Gucci.
Well, let me ask this question. Now, say so we get utility implemented through regulations, and so we move. Now, if we have utility, under what scenario do you ever see that going back down? I mean, that's going to go up to whatever number, and it's going to level off. They've already proved that XRP can be stable. So if it's 300 or 700 or 3,000 or $7,000 per XRP, they can stabilize it. But when was the last time your light bill went down? You know, once you have
Man,
utility, it don't go back down. It stays. You know, it's up
man,
there.
Yeah.
man, listen, it hit $300. I don't care if it go back down to 150. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey,
What?
shout out to SoFlo Digital. Helium Mobile, I think you're saying is on T-Mobile. That's interesting because, you know, with this interoperability that I believe Elon and I'll say Jeb, I won't mention the last name, has pretty much set in place a long time ago. I think this interoperability between the two is actually going to be playing a key role in the future geopolitical events. I'll just say it like that. So I've been really paying attention to that. So that's why I'm more bullish. A lot of people are sleeping on XLM. And I'm not maxi or anything like that, but I'm just going to say it like that. Look at all the geopolitical events that are happening right now. Look at the key players that have positioned himself involved. Look at Elon. Look at who Elon's the most tied with, if anywhere in the crypto market place. You know, Jeb is number one candidate in my opinion. Name one other person that Elon would go to other than Jeb.
Check this out.
Someone to put it in the chat or mention it in the panel here.
Well, I can mention it right now. What did Elon name his son?
X.
What is Elon's space company name?
Amen. But that's why XLM and XRP.
And then
one retail, one wholesale.
And then for one third one, what did Elon buy and then change the name to what?
Right.
He bought Twitter and changed it to X. Come on, man. I've been saying that for 2.5 years. Connect the dots.
Yeah, you know.
Country agnostic companies.
And 20 years ago, when he created, was it PayPal? Didn't he want to name it X back then?
Yep.
I'm just saying connect the dots, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, I mean, at this point, it's going back. I'm trying to tie it all into what I was talking about earlier in the conversation of what I pointed out. We're at this point to where the fastest chains, but with the cheapest fees, not necessarily is going to be the winner. It's the most partnerships, the
HBAR.
best. I hear you. You know, it's going to be it's going to be a multi-chain world, but it's at the same time you got to have all the key things. You got to have the interoperability. You have to have the way the chain was set up. Is it going to pass regulations? Are you going to be a crypto commodity, or are you going to be a crypto security? That's what you have to ask yourself in the asset that you hold going forward. Because let's face it, we're at this, you know, months away possibly of regulations actually coming in place. And if Ripple actually gets their settlement and they're off to the races, they set the standard for every other chain. Go back and look at your white paper of the asset that you hold. Does it have anywhere close to what a crypto commodity is going to be labeled as right now? So these are some of the things that
if you stick to ISO 20022 coins, you shouldn't have any issues. That's what I think.
Right. Exactly.
I ISO 200 coins and their offspring, meaning their tokens. A GBEX, a Stronghold, XSwap, shit. What you call it? A flare. Chicago. Hey, you the ambassador? You spit it out. Chicago.
I gotta say it, guys. Okay, so 68J. For those in the community that know who 68J is, James 68J. He decided to he and Maiko have been friends, longtime friends forever. They decided to create a meme coin. They didn't want. They wanted to create a meme coin, and would just wasn't a meme coin. It had some basically kind of utility behind it. Actually, have some fundamental use case.
It's legit.
And something that's not a rug pull. They set limits for how much you could actually cash out, so there's no rug pull. I'm pretty bullish on it. I became an ambassador for it. I'm not shilling it right now. I'm just letting you guys know that go look at Chicago. Okay. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys for you to look it up. But Marvin and I are both in Chicago and several other people in the community. But if you didn't know about it, I didn't want to mention it until like kind of now on my show because for several reasons. But see, Crypto Mountain Man knows. Lot of
Can I say something, Alan? Can I say something, Alan?
Yep.
If y'all don't know who 68 J is, man, go subscribe to his channel. He go live every day. Crypto for Life is crypto CRYPTO. The number 4 LIFE. Go subscribe to the brother, man. The brother has amazing energy. He don't shield nothing. This is his project along with his brother Mike O, man. Both of those dudes are very highly respectable dudes. Those dudes don't need your money. I met both of these brothers at the moon party. You get what I'm saying? And it's not just them. The team behind these guys, man. Navigator is one of them. If you respect Navigator, man, go check out the brother channel just because you respect Navigator. But go get his brother a follow, a subscribe, man, and lock in and just see what he got going on, man. The guy ain't finna put his good name on the line to try to pull a rug out from under something. You understand what I'm saying? Then if you look at a project like GBEX is six zeros. You could drop $100 and get 1 billion coins. Well, Chicago is 7 zeros. So you tell me what you can get for $100.
Yeah.
And then imagine that 7 zeros eats 3 zeros and goes to Shiba Inu price. You gonna do the math.
So there's a reason I'm mentioning it, guys, because I appreciate everybody here. Most of you I'm in 3 other channels with, so I see most of you in the chat. It's gonna explode from here, in my opinion, because the people that are behind it. There isn't even a major exchange yet that it's on, but I think it's going to be very soon because James is the type of person that's not going to stop. He doesn't need.
They pushing.
He doesn't need anything. He literally wants to just be a part of this growing community. And his buddy Mike O doesn't need money. And I'm going to tell you right now, you got about there's 4 celebrities that are getting ready to come on board. Okay. I'm not shilling this. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Only telling you what's going to happen. I don't care what you do. This is not financial advice. But there are 4 celebrities that are going to come on board to this particular coin. And I'm only mentioning it because I hesitated 3 times during the stream to actually say it. But I want to say it because I was hoping James was going to come on tonight and just kind of share with you guys. But I feel the due diligence to do it myself because I actually put money in this coin. I got coin for free, but I also put my own money in it because I believe it's going to go somewhere. And when I knew that there was a cap on what you could sell, I'm like, okay, wait till it gets on the first exchange. Wait till
you get it if it's not on exchanges.
Yeah, wait till it gets to the second exchange or the third. You know what I mean?
Well, he saying, well, he asking you how do you get it if it's not on the exchange?
Well, it's you can get it on
MetaMask,
Coinbase Cold Wallet or MetaMask, and there was somebody else told me about another way to get it. I got it on Coinbase Cold Wallet. I just swapped it for ETH for Chicago. I put it in the chat. I put the ticker in there for you guys. But anyway, I just think it's going to do something. So I thought at least I'd share it with you guys. I got many points, and I'm not really. Go ahead, Marvin.
So for those of y'all that are wondering how you can get it, there's a Chicago website that you can go to. It's on Twitter. You can go subscribe to 68J. You can go to Twitter. You can go to Instagram. No, not Instagram, but Telegram, and subscribe to the Crypto for Life or the Chicago coin. and go in there and ask questions. And there's a guy in there by the name of JC. If don't nobody else come out and answer, either JC or Crypto OG will come out and tell you what you need to do. But be careful, because I did miss a step about 4 days ago, and I got some ETH just floating around. I got to call some of the professionals. I either got to call Fuma Boys, or I got to call Nerdy X and try to see where my ETH is at. But I made a mistake.
MetaMask, or did you use Coinbase Cold Wallet?
I use both, but I got fat fingered. And I wouldn't listen to my cousin Jay Henry, and I got ahead of what I was doing. And before I knew it, I had sent it somewhere that, you know what I'm saying. But that was my mistake. It wasn't nobody else. That's on me. But
I'm gonna do guys, I don't put a lot of tutorials. I haven't put any tutorials on my channel other than my hydroponic stuff, which I'll be dropping really soon, guys. I think we're getting to the point where we might have to go ghost for a little while. So if we get into dark times, I want to make sure everybody in the community has some knowledge on how to grow food. Many of you know me as Very Easy Hydroponics Alan in the chat.
Now we know you as Father Alan.
And I changed the CryptoNavigator for legal purposes of my company that I have. But anyway, I am going to put you'll in my YouTube, you'll have some of my videos in there for hydroponics. So you guys at least know how to grow some food if the crap hits the fan. Because food will be the most expensive thing, I promise you, in the future. Trust me. So I want to make sure you guys are all prepared. So you'll be able to click on some of my videos that I'll be putting up here very shortly, because I think time is of the essence. And that being said, we're getting close to an hour and a half. So I'm going to go about 4 more minutes. So if anybody else wants to share a few things.
I'm going to head back to the chat. I just want to say thank you for having me and answering some of my questions. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come on and speak. And I just appreciate and respect all you guys that do this on YouTube. You guys are brilliant, and I appreciate you.
For sure, man. I feel the same way.
Was that Gerald? Was that Gerald that was?
Yes. Yep.
Appreciate
Gerald,
you, Drew. I feel the same
appreciate
way.
Coming on tonight, my friend. Anytime. I don't know. Are you in the Blue Crew chat, Gerald?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll put the link in there every Wednesday for you to join anytime, my friend. Love to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
DragDubs, bro, thank you for coming on tonight too for the first time, man. I really appreciate it. Great insight tonight. Appreciate you sharing your knowledge. And Angus,
for sure.
man, dude, stepping out of the woodwork and coming out this week and sharing some great knowledge as well, man. Appreciate your kind words and everything. Adam, I know you're busy, Adam, and dude, I really appreciate you actually taking the time out tonight and coming on and sharing with the community. It helps to get a visual of, the family offices and coming from that world and having that insight. So I appreciate you sharing your knowledge as well, Adam. And Marvin Davis,
you're
always
welcome.
a pleasure. Marvin, you bring a lot of knowledge too, my friend, and you have a great heart, and you don't mind sharing with the community, and I love that about you. Sean, I know you're in the background, buddy. I appreciate you hanging in there, even though you were dropping out a couple times. Guys, we're a couple minutes away. If anybody wants to share last few comments, go around the corner here. Sean, you got something you want to share? Then Marvin, then Adam, then Angus, then we'll let you DragDubs go end out the conversation. Sean? All right, I think Sean's paused. So, Marvin, you got any last words for the community?
Yeah, for me, man, it's not about the money, but it is about the money. I would like to bless my family and do things for my parents. I would like for my parents to see me be successful in what I'm doing. Also, I would like to see my kids and anybody that I can inspire, that if I can do it, you can do it. And it don't matter your education level or nothing like that. 6AJ say something all the time, man, that it really touched me. And he always says, the good thing about crypto is anybody can do it. The worst thing about crypto is anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that hit me. But I'm just trying to be positive and do positive things and speak positive words and just have a positive energy and a positive light on just life in general, man, because you never know when it's going to be, yo. But, you know, I woke up yesterday morning. I woke up to a phone call where a guy that used to date my mother, you know, he lost his mother a couple years ago and he passed away yesterday. You see what I'm saying? So I wasn't even really going to jump on this live today, but, you know, I talked to my sister-in-law and, you know, I sucked it up and I'm here. I do this because I learn something every day. I don't do it because I'm trying to get rich quick or nothing like that. I'm trying to learn how the financial system works. We are trying to go for the same goal. And those that aren't, hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, to be honest with y'all, I'm financially free, but my financially free may not be your financially free. I don't have to get up and go to work every day, but I work as a kid to get to where I am now. That was my goal as a kid, to not have to work when I was 40, 45 years old. I didn't want to be working for nobody else. So I did that. And that's what I preach to my kids, my bonus kids, which are my step kids, my cousins, anybody that'll listen to me. You know, set yourself up when you my age, you ain't working no more. So this is an opportunity to do that. But it's not an opportunity for you to just set yourself up. It's an opportunity for you to set up people around you that you care about, even people you don't like. So don't take the opportunity lightly, man. This is my job. This is what I do and I love it. They say if you love something you do, it'll never be work. That's all I got. Salute. Salute.
Oh, appreciate it, Marvin. Adam? Are you there, Adam?
No, I'm here. I'm here. You know, very, very well said, Marvin. Yeah, you know, look, I look at everything as a paradigm because we're in a changing time, and you know, unfortunately, I'm a realist, so I look at everything half glass full, but half glass empty at the same time. So, with that being said, a lot of us are going to be met with amazing amounts of wealth, but the entire world's going to be burning around us. And after regulations and the new world order is put in place, a lot of people psychologically are going to think that they're free, but at the same time, they're actually in a prison system. So, and we all will be in a prison system, even with having tons of money, because we will be tracked on a atomic level, just like the atomic settlement system. So freedom is about to go away completely. It already is every day diminishing. You know, I think people are seeing now when you go to the bank, even when you want to deposit money, you have to give them your debit card and put your PIN in. When you go and you do any type of payment, you have to give them your information, your identification. And things weren't like this 3, 4, 5 years ago, but now everything is like this. So they want to track you at every moment of your life, even when you're, you know, at home with your wife or in your bed. You know, all the technology that simplifies things for you is also an albatross that controls you and manipulates you and works its way into your private life. So it's a double-edged sword where we're headed. And like I've said before, the most contagious drug that's out here today that I consider the epidemic is laziness, because we've allowed laziness and comfort to get us to this point. So, you know, I just hope people wake up, realize what really is going on. Yeah, at the same time, it's going to be amazing times because we're going to have tons of money. But as soon as that wealth enters your world and people buy those materialistic things that they've always wanted, and that lust goes away, just like when you have buyer's remorse, everyone's going to really realize what's truly going on, and it's going to be too late. So,
well said. Well said. I think you're spot on, and I think that's what we're witnessing right now. A lot of us, and I'm going to let you go next, Angus, and then DragDubs. Yeah, we're just witnessing a calling of oneself, recollection of what you did in your past and where you're going in the future. And I think a lot of us are at that crossroads in our life. We're witnessing tremendous times coming. I think the hair on the back of our neck for most of us is standing up, and we realize that we either got to step up or step aside, you know. And for most of us, we really need to step up. And thank you for sharing that, Adam, because that's the reality. For most of us, we're going to be very wealthy and have lots of opportunity, and most of us, or most of the other people, are not. So that's your time to step up. That's your time to actually go above and beyond what you thought you were going to do or what you thought you were capable of doing, and step out and be bold and courageous. So thanks for that. Angus?
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead. Anything you want to share, and then DragDubs after that. And I'm listening. I'm just going to step away for a minute. I got to just do something real quick. Keep talking.
I was going to compliment Navigator. Thanks for bringing me on and organized community. All his work is really valuable, I think. So I don't have a whole lot to add. I think everybody's said an awful lot that resonates with the community, with everyone here. I always go back to there's a reason why we're all here in the same space at the same time, whether we're all glitches in the matrix, we're at that same resonant frequency. There's some reason why we all tend to navigate the same area. So, and I appreciate Navigator bringing us all together, and that he does an awful lot of good work, a lot of hard work, good content. And yeah, like I always say, stack your crypto, stack your metals, stack your brass. You guys have a fantastic week.
Amen.
You too, brother.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate the kind words. DragDubs, appreciate you coming on tonight too. Any last words?
For sure, man. First of all, thank you for having me. I will always be grateful since I was like a long time comment lurker, so super happy to be here. One of the last things you said was like growing your own food, and I think that's pretty badass. I think we should all be getting on that train. And yeah, food probably will rise in price, but I gotta tell you, man, I got this fat bag of water that I'm truly hoping that water goes to like a few $1,000s per water. It's regulated water, so I think it's a very special kind of water. Spread across a few wallets, and if anyone's listening, I think it's definitely best to have your regulated water on a few wallets.
What is it called? Ripple? What is it called? Ripple?
Yeah. Amen.
It's called a little XRP, a little XR pizzle.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of sitting here excited to see those floodgates open finally.
Nice. Amen.
For sure.
Hey,
For sure.
that's the best way to go out.
I'm
shout
back.
out to the chat, everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here and being a part of this community and just
I'm
showing
back
up
for the
every
end.
week. And
back
anybody
for the
else
end.
any last words for end the stream?
Yeah. So, Alan, I heard you call me out. I was indisposed at the moment, but shout out to everybody on the panel. Thank you guys for being here, because everybody has brought their perspective on how they think things are and how they're going to go, and that challenges the chat to make comments. And the chat is always awesome and incredible. And I think that the different crypto channels that we're all a part of or moderators in, we have the best community out there. And it doesn't matter where you hail from in the country or on the planet. If you're listening in, you've got something to share. And I really appreciate the perspective. So thank you. And I'm out.
All right. That being said, guys, I gotta end the stream, and I wish you all the best for this coming week. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys next Wednesday. I plan on continuously doing it on Wednesday, unless events prevent me from doing it. But shout out to everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Salute. Keep stacking.
Later.
See you, man. See you guys.
You need an outro, dude.
Hey, you guys stay on. That's still on the stream.
All right.
Hang on.